I feel like I'm living in Groundhog Day. I feel like it's all deja vu every single day watching this baseball team. Welcome into another edition of the Red Sox Rundown. I am your host, Jack Lauderay. We actually have a lot to talk about today. We have some Alex Bregman rumors to talk about, and then we also have some trade rumors around Alex Bregman and Jarren Duran that I want to talk about today from Jeff Passan. And then we're going to talk about the Red Sox losing another one-run extra inning game to the Los Angeles Angels. But before we do that, through the good and through the bad, I say this every single day when I make my recap shorts. Through the good and through the bad, we're going to make you guys videos. It doesn't matter if they're winning, by 5, 6, 7 runs, or if they're losing the one-run games in extra innings. We are going to be here no matter what. We are 25 subscribers away from our next goal of 3,000 subscribers. If you have not already and you absolutely love the Boston Red Sox, I can guarantee you're going to love this channel because every day we're posting daily Red Sox coverage. So hit that subscribe button, join the family, don't miss out. So we're going to talk about the game at the end of the video, but first I wanted to talk about Jeff Passan released yesterday. He did this with Kiley McDaniel. They did this together. They released their trade deadline basically big board where they ranked the top 50 trade candidates based on the value for their new team if traded. So it's a little confusing, but it's not the top 50 based on likelihood of being traded, but if they are traded, how valuable they would be. There were a bunch of Red Sox on the list. There were also a bunch of potential Red Sox trade targets, which we'll talk about in a video coming up later this week. But the biggest thing that came out of this article and the biggest thing that everyone's talking about in terms of the Red Sox are the top 2 players on this list are members of the Red Sox, Alex Bregman and Jiren Durant. So specifically in today's video, we're going to talk about Jiren Durant and Alex Bregman. Could they be traded? And then we also got some juicy nuggets last night at the time of recording this tonight, about a potential Alex Bregman extension as well. So let's get into it. Let's talk about Alex Bregman first. We'll talk about his extension, then we'll finish off with Jiren Durant. Here's what Passan and McDaniel had to say about an Alex Bregman trade. He said, Bregman has been an elite big league hitter since entering the league in 2016, but has leaned more into power this year with his highest isolated power since 2019. Most of his underlying power indicators, barrel rate, maximum exit velo, average launch angle, and hard hit rate, are at career highs. His $40 million salary and the chance to opt into 2 more years of $40 million annually significantly shortened the list of teams that would take on his deal. The teams that they mentioned were the Chicago Cubs, Detroit Tigers, New York Yankees, New York Mets. All teams that make sense, all teams that have money, all teams that are willing to take on an Alex Bregman contract. But much like Passan and McDaniel, I don't think an Alex Bregman trade is going to happen. They give it a 10% chance that it happens. It's not a 0% chance. I actually do kind of see the rationale. Alex Bregman is going to opt out of his contract at the end of this year. I think at this rate, it doesn't matter what happens. He's going to opt out and he's going to go to free agency. So why not try to get a few prospects or a potential arm or something you can use from one of these teams to trade Alex Bregman to that team that is, contending for a playoff spot. If the Red Sox fall out of it, there is actually at least a small shred of sense that it does make. However, there are now rumors. So Tim Healy, who is a Boston Globe beat reporter, noticed that Scott Boras has been at the Angels games, and I believe this is a norm. I don't think that this is anything out of the ordinary, but he decided to go talk to Scott Boras, and they spoke about a potential Alex Bregman extension. Here's what Scott Boras had to say about an Alex Bregman extension. He said, I always tell the team, and Alex directs me to tell them, we're always open to any conversation. Any player who plays well somewhere, it's something that's important for the team and important for the player. It's an additive. He went on to say, they're at a time in their life, talking about Alex Bregman and his family, where things are really great. Playing in Boston is something they really enjoy, and the community has been wonderful to them. This is honestly kind of ground-shattering news if you really think about it, because the fact that Bregman is open to an extension, the fact that Scott Boras is saying that out loud is really great news. That means that Bregman is all in on Boston. He's all in on, reworking the deal, signing some sort of extension to stay in Boston. And, that second quote says it. They love being in Boston. Bregman loves playing in Boston. Bregman took less money to come to Boston this offseason. Higher AAV, but a smaller deal. Like, Bregman wants to be here. And Scott Boras, this is obviously a bargaining chip. This is obviously, moving the momentum forward by Scott Boras. It's actually smart on him. He says that they are open to making it happen. The ball is now in Craig Breslow and the Red Sox court, because the Red Sox are the ones that have to engage. Like, again, Bregman's going to opt out at the end of the season. He's not the Red Sox are the ones that have to engage. John Henry, Craig Breslow, the front office, Sam Kennedy, they have to engage. And I think it would be absolutely, utterly idiotic if they didn't lock down an extension as soon as possible, especially after the baseball that you've watched over the past week. You traded away Rafael Devers. As of right now, that was the wrong move, because your offense has done absolutely nothing. So you could use Bregman on this team. You could desperately, desperately use Bregman on this team. So I don't think he's going to be traded. I think it's way more likely that an extension gets done in the next, few months or so than him getting traded. But you let me know, will the Red Sox extend Alex Bregman? And I'll say before the offseason. I don't want him to get to free agency. But you let me know. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Give me your thoughts down below in the comments. I want to hear them. I'm going to say yes. I think they do. I think with the Devers money off the books, you've got more money to now reinvest into your team. And I think the number one thing that they should do is lock down Alex Bregman, who can be a leader for you for the next, however many years he plays. He should retire a member of the Boston Red Sox, in my opinion. Let's talk about Jiren Durant now. Number 2 player on Jeff Passan and Kiley McDaniel's basically trade deadline big board. Here's what they had to say about a Jiren Durant trade. Durant had a huge breakout season in 2024, posting the 7th best WAR in the majors at 6.7. He overperformed his underlying metrics, though. He had some lucky outcomes, and those metrics have regressed a bit this year. Now he's underperforming them. He's been unlucky. He has been unlucky, so his true talent is somewhere south of the star 6.7 figure, but better than the roughly 2 WAR he's on pace for this season. And I do kind of understand that. Durant's had some tough breaks this year. He's had a lot of loud outs. He hasn't, been able to perform. But at the end of the day, of the 3 outfielders, and we're going to break this down in a later video, he's kind of lost a really key component of his value, and that's his defensive value. He made a really great play last night going into the stands to catch a ball. But in general, I would rather have Wilyer Abreu and Ceddanne Rafael in the outfield than I would Jarren Duran. And with how close all 3 of them are in terms of hitting statistics, Jarren Duran kind of is the odd man out. And I don't want that to be the case. I think I'm a big fan of Jarren Duran's, but if he can't pick up his defense, he's not offering anything more than what Ceddanne Rafael and Wilyer Abreu offer. And I think you might, teams might want Jiren Durant. Here are the teams that they mentioned: the San Diego Padres, Atlanta Braves, Cleveland Guardians, Kansas City Royals, San Francisco Giants, and Philadelphia Phillies. And they gave the chance of a Jiren Durant trade at 25%. I think if the trade deadline was tomorrow, he'd be the one to go. I think they'd hold on to Ceddanne. I think they'd hold on to Wilyer. A lot can change in the next however many weeks until the trade deadline. But as it stands right now, and I even hate to say this, I don't want to say this, it seems like he is the odd man out and the most likely outcome in terms of a trade if they trade an outfielder, which from every report that we've read, they want to trade one of their outfielders at the deadline. But you tell me, I want to get your thoughts. Will the Red Sox trade away Jiren Durant? Type T for trade if you think they do. Type K for keep if you think they keep. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what their plan is. I don't know where Jiren Durant falls in that plan. Again, a lot can happen between now and the trade deadline. There's still some time left. But I have to the trade deadline was tomorrow, I think Duran might be the odd man out. But you let me know. T for trade, K for keep. Will the Red Sox trade Jarren Duran at the deadline? We're going to talk about the game here in a second, but I'm going to ask you one more time. If you have not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We're going to be here every day. Doesn't matter if the Red Sox win or lose, and I'm getting ready to hop on a flight in the next few days to head off to Boston, be boots on the ground for a few days at Fenway Park. We're going to have a lot of awesome content. You don't want to miss it. Hit that subscribe button. Don't miss out. Join the fastest growing Red Sox channel, I would say, on the entire internet. Don't fact check me, but, you know, it is what it is. Hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 3,000 subscribers as fast as possible. Ugly, to say the least. Red Sox lose 3-2 in extras. It's maddening. It's sickening, this game. Garrett Crochet gives you 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 10 Ks, and you lose. I just don't get it. You also had to waste an Aroldis Chapman appearance, which you don't want to do. You had 2 blown saves in this game, one by Greg Weissert, one by Justin Wilson, both off the bat of rookie Christian Moore hitting 2 home runs tonight, being literally the sole source of offense for the Angels. I don't even know what to say. I don't know. It's maddening to watch this happen every single night, you know, especially on Crochet starts. You waste another Crochet start and you lose. The offense was horrid tonight. 5 hits. 3 of them come from Marcelo Meyer, who is the lone bright spot in the offense tonight. You strike out 9 times. The Angels struck out 15 times. You walked 3 times. You had runners on second with no outs twice in this game. And guess what? You didn't score any of those runs. Jiren Durant hits a leadoff double in the 7th. You don't score him. 2 ground outs and then I believe a fly out. I could be wrong. It doesn't matter. They didn't score him. And then the 9th, you had a runner on second. No outs. And you didn't score him. I don't get it. The situational hitting on this team is horrible. The game planning is horrible. Not laying down bunts is horrible. Not playing small ball is horrible. I don't know who makes the offensive game plan. Is it Pete Fatsi? We've been calling for his head for over a year now. But your offense just has lacked the killer instinct. And I've said this, and I'm going to beat this point into the ground by the end of this season. When you rely on the home run ball, you're going to lose games like this. When you cannot hit home runs, you're going to lose games like this. The Red Sox are overly reliant on the home run ball. It's my worst nightmare. It is. Being like a mid-2010s Yankees team that relied on the home run and then would strike out, that's my greatest nightmare. And that's what this team is. They rely way too much on the home run ball. And I'm not going to go on this rant again. I've done it 15 million times. But you went 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. You left 7 runners on base. You lose this game by 1 in extra innings. I don't know what you change. That's the thing, too. I don't know what you change. It's definitely the situational hitting. It's moving runners over. But like it is a chronic team thing. It's not like one player is not performing. It's like the team is not performing. You've lost 4 straight. You're now 2.5 games back in the wild card. When at the end of last week you held a spot in the wild card, you're 2.5 games back now. The Yankees lost today. You could have made up a game in the AL East, but you didn't. Now you're 6.5 back, or you're 6 back. You're 6 back. Sorry, you didn't move. You're 6 back. It's just same crap, different day. They do the same thing every day. I think everyone on Red Sox Twitter knew they were going to lose that game. And they find new ways every time to crush your heart. And it's so discouraging, man. It's so discouraging. Do the Red Sox get swept? Just comment yes or no in the comments. I don't know. Who's on the mound today? I don't know, man. You got Richard Fitz on the mound against Yusei Kikuchi. I mean, I don't hate that matchup, but is your offense going to do anything? Tyler Anderson, while I would love for the Red Sox to pick him up, he has not been like a Cy Young award-winning pitcher this year. He's been fine. He hasn't been like spectacular. I'd love him in our rotation, especially after what he did last night against the Red Sox. But I don't know. I don't know. Do they get swept? Comment yes or no down below in the comments. That's where I'm going to end it, guys. Thank you all so much for taking time to watch the video. You make sure you reply to all of the questions I asked you in today's video. Make sure you like the video as well. And I don't know. I hope they don't get swept. That's all you can say at this point. The baseball gods just aren't on the Red Sox side this year. And it just is what it is. We just got to relent. We are officially halfway through the season, and we are one game under 500. That's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with another video. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And until next time, go Sox.